Hello, YouTube community. Die Mighty Goat Perverter here today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about a game that I just picked up on the PlayStation Network. It's called Anarchy Rush Hour. I looked at this game for a while and I wondered to myself, what was it all about? I didn't really know anything about it, but I figured, hey, for $8, you can't go wrong. So I went and I purchased the game, and I must say I am quite impressed by it, especially for a game that costs only $8. I mean, it has a lot of different customization options. You can tweak the colors of the cars. You can buy new cars. You can even tweak things as minor as the lights at the bottom of the car. You know, if you're really into like racing on the streets, you see these guys with these lights at the bottom of their cars. You can do that. The game has pretty decent graphics, as you can see. One of the things I like is that it actually shifts from day to night, night to day. There's a free roam mode, so you know if you don't feel like driving, you can just go around smashing into traffic, burning out, doing drifts. Um, if you've ever played games like San Francisco Rush, Burnout, it has a little bit of a Need for Speed Most Wanted element in there, kind of in the way you drive around and you come upon races and you just jump into them. Kind of reminds me of Need for Speed Most Wanted a little bit. Um, the sound is pretty good too. It has a ton of different types of music in here. I've heard things from electronic music to rock music. Some of it even sounds like it's actually copywritten music, but there's no bands named throughout the game or anything like that. Um, there's also an online mode, which surprised me. I mean, for a game that costs $8, it has a lot of different offerings here. There are a ton of trophies, including a platinum for you guys that are into collecting trophies. Um, there's an online mode, which it's pretty decent. I jumped in there and pretty much no one was on because it appears that no one really owns this game yet. But there were a few guys that were on there. We had a couple of races. And I must say, the graphics online, they seem to diminish a bit, but it doesn't stray far from the game's internal graphics when you're playing the actual game. There was no lag, and it ran smoothly online. I was very surprised by that, at this game actually having trophy support and having an online mode. It's pretty decent. There are a ton of cars in here too. It seems like you play the game to basically win races and get cash. The cash then you can use to customize the cars, buy new tires, change your paint job, um, buy new cars, um, and it's pretty much it. I mean, there's really nothing much that I can say additional about it. There are a ton of different race modes. There are of course your regular circuit races. I actually got into a mode where it was a stunt mode where you are competing against other cars to create the best stunts. And this game actually surprised me. It actually has some PlayStation motion controls in there. So if your car is flipped over, you flip the PlayStation remote in order to get the car back on its wheels. There was another mode that I played called Knockout Mode where the car that's in last place after the lap gets knocked out. So by the end of the 3 laps, if you started out with 4 guys racing total, by the end of the race, it pretty much be you. Um, there was another mode that I played in here where it seemed like you would have to win the race, of course, but it's kind of odd. You would have to remain about 9 feet away from the first place winner. So you exceed that 9 foot radius and you're automatically booted out. I don't know if you were booted out or if you lost the race. I didn't really get much time to play it. Of course, this is just a first impressions video, so my gameplay in the background is pretty amateur. Oh, the mode we're watching here right now is actually a drag race, and I couldn't really figure out how to drag race properly, so I lost. The car was moving very slow. I'm assuming it overheated. But there's a lot of cool things about this. You can knock cars out of the way. You can repair your car if you're taking too much damage. Your car explodes. It's a pretty good game. It's $8 on the PSN. I would say I give it about an 8. Go check it out, guys. You really can't go wrong. Go Perverter out. Have a good one, dudes. Peace.